All right, so I had to go live with this. I had to go live with the method to my madness because the answers, some of them actually were kind of funny, as to if you had a tack stuck in your foot and your foot was swollen and it was red and it hurt, would you take an aspirin or an anti-inflammatory to help with the issue? Some people was like, no, I would use essential oils. I would go to the doctor. I would get a shot. My favorite is something, life's a little entertainment. It should always be appreciated. So I would just kind of watch it unfold. Cryotherapy, yes, antibiotic ointment. So all these answers are great, but there's a different, there's method to my madness. So removing it. I had someone say remove it. You would remove it because you know exactly what's causing that pain and inflammation. So you take it out. You wouldn't just put a Band-Aid over that tack and call it a day. Or you wouldn't just slather on, the antibiotic cream and hope for the best. You would take away what was causing the pain and inflammation. So this is like great because I was learning about this in my classes today, and I'm geeking out because this is my favorite part of this program so far because it's inflammation, gut health, all these crazy things that you hear me talk about all the time. So the tack is the root cause of the illness, of the inflammation, of the pain. So in that case, you can physically see the tack. So you know that you can take it out, right? You know why you have the pain. You know why you have the inflammation because you stepped on a tack. So you take it out. Do you really need an antibiotic? Do you really need a shot? I think if your immune system is up to par, I don't really think you would need it. But I don't have MD behind my name, so I could be wrong. Things that make you go, Above and beyond that, if your immune system is good, like most illnesses, most chronic illnesses stem from pain and inflammation. Inflammation, to be exact. So the tack is causing inflammation. So when we have these inflammatory issues, autoimmune disease, RA, clogged arteries, arthritis, plantar fasciitis, like what is causing that inflammation? There's some kind of tack. There's a tack there that's causing it. But we can't quite see it. We can't quite find it, so we can't pull it out. So instead what we do is we slather on the antibiotic cream, meaning a medication or something that the doctor's hoping will help with that pain and inflammation, and we put the Band-Aid on and we call it a day. I'm not cool with that. Because when you do take the tack out, when you see it, that pain and inflammation is gone and your body does what it's supposed to do to heal itself. But we're putting so much creams and antibiotic and anti-this and whatever it is that you're using to maybe heal or help the pain and inflammation, and it's not helping. But we just can't see the tack. So as a holistic health coach, as a functional doctor that you maybe would go see, they're going to help you find that tack. They're going to help you get to the root cause. And they're going to find that tack and say, this is what is causing it. And here's how we fix it. Instead of just treating the symptoms, which is the pain and inflammation and the redness, we have now found the tack. So my reason behind this is we always want to run to the MD part of it. Yet, and most of the people kind of, I get where they were going with it. So I'm not saying like, hey, your answers are wrong. I get where you're going like, okay, I didn't want to have infection because I had this nasty tack in me. Your body's going to fight off. It has these natural defenses. If your gut health is in check, if your immune system is in check, and that all starts with what you put in your body, okay, and on your body. Like, I won't go like crazy into it, but I'm just saying, like, if you want to, like, message me and we can totally go into it. And I just sounded like a Valley girl in that sentence. So totally, when you find the tack, the pain goes away. Life becomes normal again. The inflammation goes away. Life is normal again. So I'm learning all these things and relearning a lot of the things that I know. And I'm like, yes. Like, a lot of this stuff stems from inflammation. And the reason we have the inflammation is because we're just putting all these foreign things in our body, on our body, and our body's like, whoa, time out. I'm putting my walls up. I'm getting inflamed. Then our immune system gets messed up. Then our gut, like it's like a vicious, crazy cycle. So when you can find that tack and you can remove the pain and the inflammation and it heals, maybe your gut, maybe whatever it is, right? Because I'm a gut health geek, right? When you find that tack and you don't have to search and reach and try to find all these things that maybe might help or might just cover the symptoms up for a while. That's kind of how your life is supposed to be when you find the root cause of things. Like, why is it that I always have this and there's just no known cure? There's no known cause. Because, for real, like, how in the world do we fix it if we aren't finding the root cause? So this is why I'm putting this out there. If you have a tack, call it whatever you want. I'm calling it a tack. And it's causing your life to be really crappy. And you just don't know what's causing it. And you have been from doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor, and they've given you medication, Band-Aid on top of Band-Aid, and they really don't know. Like, sometimes we're taking stabs at, so where does it fit on the autoimmune category? Where does it fit on this spectrum or that spectrum or whatever? And you're like, how come I still feel like crap? Like, I feel good for a little bit, and then I feel like crap again. I urge you to start having an open mind, to start asking your doctor questions, to start finding someone to help you find that tack and remove it. Because I'm going to tell you, and I know we hate hearing this, it's going to start with what you're eating. Plain and simple. And then you move on, right? So, we know now why our foot is hurting, why it's inflamed, why it's red. There's a tack. So why are your knuckles and joints inflamed? Why do you constantly have headaches? Like, what is it that you're ailing about that you just can't find an answer for? You need to find the tack. And once you find that tack, you're going to feel a heck of a lot better. So I really do urge you. You know how I am. Ask your doctor these questions. And I'm telling you, like, if you sit and ask your doctor, like, hey, how would you help me if you didn't have a prescription pad? And your doctor can't answer you that, find a functional doctor. Find someone that will answer your questions and work with you and won't just put a Band-Aid over that tack or some anti-inflammatory or antibiotic salve or cream. Because when you can get to the root cause of what it is that's causing these issues, whether it be pain and inflammation or whatever it is, without just slapping a Band-Aid on it, you're going to notice that things aren't happening over and over and over again. And it's like, why am I sick? Why do I always feel like crap? Why am I this? Why am I that? Answers. We need to find answers. We need to find that tack. So again, like I said, if you want to go more in depth in this, I would love to talk with you about it, because that's just, I geek out about stuff like this, sorry, because I'm so tired of the Band-Aid fix. I got really, really tired of the Band-Aid fix. I also got really, really tired of not knowing what certain things were that my own kids were having, that one of my children had, and then it was, well, the next step that we can do is this, but it would cause irreversible retina damage. Now, if you don't walk out of an office when they tell you something like that it can cause irreversible damage to something on your body, I was like, there's no way. So we needed to find the tack. And I believe the tack from this, we don't know where it comes from. It's common in girls. It's this, it's that. We have no known cure for it. The shit's in the food, okay? Yeah, that's what I blame that on. Do I know for sure? No, but I know that the issue is no longer active. The autoimmune issue is no longer active in the body of the child. So I think I found the tack. Not sure, but I think I did. It's been quite a few years. So find your tack. Find that doctor that's going to help you find that tack. And stop living in pain or feeling like crap or feeling brain fog or having some new thing each day that everybody thinks maybe you're just crazy. There's always something wrong with you. Yeah. Because they're always throwing something at me just to Band-Aid it. They're not throwing something at me to say, hey, let's find out where this started, when it started. Like, way back when it started. It may not have just been, when did you start feeling the symptoms? 2 weeks ago. Sometimes that's a little longer. Like, it's been going on a little bit longer than when you started feeling the pain. Maybe not so much for the real tack itself, like you step on a tack, it's going to hurt you. Like it's going to tell your brain right away it hurts. But things that go on in our body sometimes go on for a while before those symptoms come out. And then when the symptoms come out, they treat the symptoms instead of removing the tack. So find someone that will help you. I know I've said this a million times. Find someone that will help you remove the tack and not just put a Band-Aid on it. And I can tell you that your life will be a lot better. You'll feel a lot better. You'll feel like you're supposed to. Like you're not supposed to live in pain and feeling sick and all these other things. Like that is, don't accept that it is how it is and that's just what it's going to be. Don't accept it. Like, find your tack. That's all I have for you guys today. I just thought this was kind of like a cool little things that make you go, life lesson type thing. Because I'm always like open-minded to be like, how can we fix this? How can we help this? How can we do that? Because, like, I don't have all the answers. I'm going to tell you that. But I'll tell you, I know that the doctors don't always have the answers. I'm not faulting them at all, but they don't always have the answers. So it's okay to ask them because let me just close this out with this. You asking them and you pushing that may not only help you, but it may help that next patient that comes through who's afraid to ask that question. And they're like, whoa, Susie had these same symptoms and here's how we fixed it. We pulled the tack out. We found out what it was. So you doing that makes that doctor a better person, I think. It makes them actually, I would hope, it makes them want to educate themselves more so they can help more patients get better, not stay sick. That's all I have for you guys today. Have a great day, and who knows what I'll come up with next, but we'll chat later.